Do you not understand that if Donald Trump wins, nothing else matters because it's over? Morning Joe might act, just to take a little example, Morning Joe might not exist anymore.
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Leftist Extremism. This week, the media's Biden love fest hit some orgiastic heights as they continue to suck up to Biden and claim that you don't really understand how great his economy is.
We know the goal is to convince Americans, right, that things are looking better, and things are looking better because our policies.
Our policies, huh? The media and Biden are pushing policies together, I guess. I mean, if there was any wonder who CNN's Kate Bolden really works for, she may have just cleared things up.
What's the plan here?
Yeah, Kate, well, the central focus for the White House this month is highlighting the president's legislative accomplishments and tying all of that to the economy and the progress that the White House says is enduring in the economic outlook.
He even seems to have a hard time spitting that one out.
The progress that the White House says is enduring in the economic outlook.
Many people might want to question Biden on the economy. You know, gas prices, food prices, or even the recent testimony of Hunter's business partner, Devin Archer, about those many speakerphone calls involving Joe Biden and foreign business people. With all these questions, Biden actually agreed to a sit-down interview. He just wasn't asked about any of that because it was on the Weather Channel.
We have 5 years to avert global temperature increase of 1.5 degrees Celsius, and yet the United States is one of the top emitters. Does this make the United States look hypocritical on the world stage?
No, let's get it straight.
Okay.
The United States was the top emitter along with China for a long time because we emit more than any other country. And that was before climate change anything began.
You know, maybe they could have asked him about the weather that he was certainly discussing with those foreign businessmen on the speakerphone conversations with Hunter. I mean, they certainly never, ever discussed business, right?
There's this testimony now where one of your son's former business associates is claiming that you were on speakerphone a lot with them, talking business. Is that what?
Never talk business to anybody. And I know you'd have a lousy question.
Well, why is that a lousy question?
It's such a lousy question. Why would you talk business while on the speakerphone with your son's business associates? They probably just discuss, yoga routines.
I chose not to keep my private, personal emails. Emails about planning Chelsea's wedding or my mother's funeral arrangements, condolence notes to friends, as well as yoga routines.
Oh wait, that Democratic excuse has already been taken. But excusing or ignoring questions about Democrats is what the leftist media does best. Tuesday, it was revealed that the Pelosi-picked January 6th committee failed to preserve documents, data, and video depositions related to their investigation. They're gone. They lost them. And even though the major networks aired the January 6 hearings live, they had no interest in this violation of federal law by not preserving those documents. No coverage about their disappearance at all. They had other news to cover.
We remember the man behind the popular dance craze, the cha-cha slide. That is next.
Suddenly, DJ Casper is of greater interest to CBS News than January 6th. And that is not even the hardest thing to believe from the media this week.
I must say, sometimes, Mika, you get frustrated because politically I'm too pragmatic.
Right.
I bend over backwards too hard to understand too many people's views, and it frustrates you.
Scarborough, always bending over backwards to be so understanding.
Fascist, 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 fascist.
And that was all just one morning. But lies do run amok at leftist news outlets. They hate running into facts like some Democrats support no limits on abortion. They want abortion up until the moment of birth.
I just want to say that I have not talked to a Democrat who wants abortion on demand till time of birth, but we're going to have to leave it there.
You haven't, Dana Bash? Are you sure?
Your fellow Democrat running for Senate in Pennsylvania, John Fetterman, has said that he does not believe that there should be government limits on abortion at all.
No, I think she knows more about the baby-killing desires of Democrats than she lets on. The exaggeration and the lies from the left this week. Here's MSNBC's Chris Hayes. I mean, Rachel Maddow. It's Maddow. They're not the same person. I'm sure of it. Here's a completely normal reaction to seeing a kid-sized .22 caliber training rifle.
Clear enough? Here's another view of the same target consumer. Maybe she's, 5? I think she's 5? And if America is now marketing smaller, lighter, fully functional semi-automatic assault rifles for 5-year-olds, I mean, what's next? Why would we stop there? If they really want to get the full market share that might be available to them, maybe they could do an even littler one that babies could use in the crib.
And maybe MSNBC can improve their market share by giving away free frontal lobotomies so people can actually watch their inane, lame programming. But MSNBC isn't really offering free lobotomies, and no one is really marketing guns to babies. MSNBC just exaggerates everything to the point of having hysterical breakdowns.
Do you not understand that if Donald Trump wins, nothing else matters because it's over? Morning Joe might act, just to take a little example, Morning Joe might not exist anymore.
Well, that would be tragic, wouldn't it?
Freedom is over if Donald Trump gets elected. It's that simple. No other issue matters. Every other issue sprinkles down from that. However you feel about the economy, however you feel about whatever issue you're dealing with.
Yeah, the sucky Biden economy, it doesn't matter. Real issues don't matter. Just vote the way MSNBC tells you, or their existence will be in peril. These guys hate Trump so much that they cannot be remotely rational.
Donald Trump is not fighting for you. He's fighting to be the king of this United States.
Yeah.
What side are you on? Are you on the side of America and what it conceptually stands for, or are you on the side of King George or the Confederates? That's where I would cast Donald Trump.
Well, I would cast the Democrats in with the Confederates during the Civil War, since the Democrats are the one that voted to secede from the Union, and King George III just wanted the colonists to, how did the Washington Post put it? Oh yeah, pay their fair share of taxes. And the taxes just kept going up. I wonder where I've heard phrases like that before.
All I'm asking is you pay your fair share. Pay your fair share.
That sounds like the Democratic Party as well. Perhaps we should lump the Democrats in with King George and high taxes, but I wouldn't really expect Sharpton to know anything about paying taxes.
According to a New York Times report, the Reverend Al Sharpton owes $4.5 million in current state and federal tax liens against him and the National Action Network.
Wow, over $4 million in unpaid taxes at one point. I mean, that's the kind of money Romanian businessmen drop into the bank accounts of a Biden grandchild. I mean, we don't know why. The leftist media won't mention or ask questions about the House Oversight Committee report this week that $20 million in foreign money has gone out to the Bidens and their associates. I guess they just don't find that interesting. I'm Eric Shiner from MRC-TV, asking you to be interested in supporting videos like this one. Head to the MRC homepage and click on the donate button. Check out MRCTV.org for the latest in videos, entertainment, and information. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to these videos on the social media platforms that actually let you see us. Rumble has all of our uncensored videos. And we'll be back next week with another look at leftist media madness.